Hey guys, I know you guys are wondering what's going on with all the Nvidia stuff. So we're going to roll the intro and get right into it. See you in a second. Hey guys, alright. The Nvidia launch sucked. The no cards sucked. The problems they're having now with them suck. And still today it sucks as far as getting cards. I just sewed the mic on, dealing with a few things, mom's in the hospital, so forth. So I'm just gonna roll through this, guys, pretty quick. The Nvidia stuff, I heard one of the popular YouTubers say, and I'm not mentioning any names, you guys can go find it yourself. I don't want to call this guy out, but he's a real good YouTuber. He's got great content. But he stated in his video that these companies would not retool to change these Poscaps over to the mlccs. This is kind of wishy-washy. One, these companies don't have to retool to do this. 90% of the companies use robotics to place these chips on these cards. All they have to pretty much do is reprogram the robotics to put these chips on the card instead of the Poscaps. Well, that's what they're doing. That's the reason you haven't seen an influx of new cards. They know this is an issue and they get it. Now, the cards that are out, more than likely you're going to get a firmware update, which is what's been going out here as of late. Some of it's software. What is happening is they're finding out that this GPU has very unstable frequencies at over 2000 megahertz, which isn't uncommon. I mean, these chips produce a lot of heat. This is a whole new architecture. They're learning it. It's a learning curve. I think Nvidia screwed up. That's my personal opinion. They did not get the drivers into the hands of these guys fast enough so they could test these cards before they shipping them out. I'm not covering for anybody. I'm not paid by anybody. I could care less. And at this point, the only company that I've seen that did go above and beyond on even the capacitors is ASUS. I like EVGA, but I'm going to tell you right now, if I had my choice of cards at this very moment before anything changes, I would buy that ASUS Tough card. Only because they went above and beyond and said, the hell with, spec, let's put what we know works and what's going to be great for the consumer. All right. That being said, that is not the only issue. This GPU, the architecture, the actual chip, is unstable at over 2000 megahertz. This is a problem, but isn't a problem. I mean, you're getting what they advertise for the card. But most of the people are enthusiasts that buy these cards, that drop this kind of money on them, and they want to overclock them. Well, you're going to have to overclock them with water or something to keep this chip cooler. Because I'm going to tell you right now, unstable frequencies and heat will be what causes this card to crash. If you can keep this card cool enough, I believe those unstable frequencies will become stable, which has already been shown by, especially Jay's 2 cents, Gamers Nexus. They're cooling these cards down and they're getting good overclocks with them. So it's not just, the unstable frequency. I think it's the heat building up, because if people don't understand how frequencies work, this is a simple factor here. Frequencies create heat. The faster you vibrate, emit, anything of that type of nature with frequencies create heat. The faster the frequency, the greater the heat. Not only the consumption of power, so you just have to understand how some frequency stuff works. With that being said, I believe they're going to get this under control. For the guys that didn't get a card on launch, this is kind of a blessing for you guys, because once these revamped cards come out, a lot of these issues are going to be solved. They go through this with every major launch, but I really think that this launch was rushed by Nvidia. Tell you why. They want to be first. We were first. We were first. And this is a very, very big thing for them at this launch, especially with AMD on their heels. Guys, AMD is going to be a real contender this time. So a lot of the specs are coming out. the specs are on par with just setting the card for card domination. It's going to be a tough battle this time around. And Nvidia knows this. Nvidia want to be first gun just so they'll be the first one out there. Now, I've kind of held off until I have more information on this and as information comes in, but I didn't want to fire the gun too early just to get viewers and this, that, and the other. I mean, I want you guys to be informed. These cards are good cards. Do not get me wrong. If you got one on launch, you did great. Get the new firmware, get it back to where it's stable, and run these cards. These cards, I mean, they're already world setters, you know, as far as what they can do, but it's just not going to be the best. The best is coming. It's not AMD. The Nvidia, I'm talking about them, not AMD. We don't know what AMD is going to do yet. I don't know what AMD is going to do yet. I just know what the specs show, and the specs look really good. But these Nvidia cards are gonna definitely be a major hitter once they get a lot of these problems worked out. Once they get these frequencies figured out on this new architecture, it's gonna be insane. That being said, there's a reason why you ain't seen an influx of cards coming out to buy. There's a reason that you can't see a bunch of cards. Oh, here they're coming into stock, here they're coming into stock. Because right now, verified, these companies pretty much stopped any export of the cards that had all these Poscaps on it. Some of the EVJ cards in the beginning and other cards had 5 Poscaps and 1 mlcc group. Well, a lot of them are going to at least the 2 mlcc groups and 4 Poscaps. Now, there's a lot of cards that's going beyond that. They don't want this issue to arise anymore. Yes, these Poscaps, these MLCCs cost a little more, but to have a better name for yourself and people rely on your stuff, that minimum cost is not an issue in this case. So guys, I'm gonna make the video short. I'm not gonna ramble on. I just want to let you know what's going on. Retooling is not a big thing. They're gonna fix this. It's not gonna be, oh, we gotta go change a whole thing. No, it's a robotic setup. People are not sitting there soldering these things on by hand. There's no way that would be even feasible. So it's basically reprogram the robot to grab more of these to put on the card than what they are normally doing. I don't care. You gotta understand how the industry works and how these cards are built. These cards are not built by hand, so it doesn't take longer for this to happen. It's not a retooling of, oh, we got to set. No, if you look at these cards closely, to put these chips on, the tabs are already there. It's literally just taking and putting the chips on. It's all it is. It's not retooling to build a whole new card. The card has the tabs there for these to be soldered on now. I mean, it's all it is. So guys, they're going to fix this, and it's going to work. Now, for a gentleman that, yeah, I'm wearing a loose shirt today. It's kind of cool outside, but not hot enough for a real sweater. I got some comments in some of these videos, and I got some praises in a lot of them. I will always bring you what I know and to the truest point I can. And if I ever tell you something that is wrong, I will come back and apologize for it. I'm not above that. But do not sit there and on my channel state that, oh, you're acting like, let me get to the specific one. And yeah, I'm not a very great speaker. Yes, I am a redneck, but I don't care. I'm informing you guys. This video was, did you listen? Did you wait on the 3080? Well, now you wish you would have, because you see the problems. But the card's still relevant, card's still good. So if you got one, great. But the 3080 Ti is a real card, especially in my line of industry that I use it for, 3D rendering and stuff like that for signs. Now, a lot of people want the best. If you want the best, you're going to pay for the best. So I'm out there giving you information that, hey, there's a better card coming. Don't bitch about $300 difference like the statement was that, oh, you act like people's got extra $300 to spend on these cards. Dude, if you can't wait 3 months to save $100 a month, you really need to think about dropping $700 in the video card in the first place. You really need to prioritize where your money goes. I'm not trying to be harsh, but don't come be harsh on my video. Well guys, with that being said, I'm going to roll it off here. I appreciate all the likes. I appreciate all the subscribers. And if there's something that y'all want to see, especially besides video cards at this moment, let me know and we'll get something going on. Also, here's a question for you guys, and this is kind of a hidden question. I'm thinking about doing a studio mic on a boom arm for when I do these talking head videos. I've done a lot of them here lately, but this is fixing to we're fixing to get back into building the computers and stuff like that. I actually got a friend of mine who wants me to build one, so I'm going to throw it together for you guys on the channel. This boom mic will be strictly for talking head. Do you think it would be better for doing like a podcast type setup just for talking head? Or do you guys like the way this sounds? Let me know in the comments below. Sound off. And smash that damn subscribe button, man. I need you guys. Thank y'all a lot.